All right. What's up? What's going on, Peter? What's going on, LB? Hopefully everyone had some good rest last night. Hopefully everyone's adjusting well to this new market with these crazy spreads, man. Crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Like the stocks that we traded yesterday, the day before, Friday. Talking 10, 15, 20 cent, 30 cent, 40 cent spreads. 10 cent, 20 cent spreads on a $3 stock. This is insane. Crazy. And that's the type of action that you need with Dash Trader, man. And still, Dash Trader is slacking. We don't have the executions through Dash Trader. I feel like I could have been doing way better if I do have the offsets. Because that way, if you have the offsets, you can at least get in at a reasonable price. Otherwise, you have two choices. You sit on the bid and hope you get filled, which majority of the time you don't. Or you send that market order and just pray to God you don't get filled on the ask, but pretty much 90% of the time you're getting filled on the ask. With a 30-cent spread, that's just so much risk. So much risk. But at least with the offsets, you can set the offset to maybe bid plus 5 cents. That way you're guaranteed to get filled. Well, sometimes you still don't get filled, but you have a higher likelihood of getting filled, at least most of the time. And you're guaranteed to get filled between the bid plus 5 cents, which makes it a lot easier. So instead of trading a 30-cent spread, you're trading a 5-cent spread because you have the offsets. And similarly coming out, getting filled on the ask, coming out on a 30-cent spread sometimes this never happens. But with the Dash Trader offsets, 5 cents, ask minus 5 cents on like a 30-cent spread stock, you can definitely more likely get filled. And if you just send a market order, you're probably getting filled coming out on the bid. So if you're getting filled on the ask coming in and the bid coming out on a 30-cent spread, even if it's a winning trade, it's a scratch trade a lot of the time. So managing that spread is just such an advanced concept, such an advanced tactic or strategy, or just like that risk management part of managing the spread is just so advanced. Very tricky, very nuanced. So let's see what we got. Hopefully everyone's doing well, though. Felipe, good morning. Leading gapper here, SILO. This thing is up on news, I think. On news. Okay. Trading higher after company announced exclusive global license to develop, manufacture, and commercialize its Alzheimer's drug. Very good news. Very good news. I like this. Very secures global license for its Alzheimer's drug. It's already up 100%, running from 7 a.m. This thing, nice 7 a.m. breakout. For those pre-market traders, man, this looked freaking phenomenal. 7 a.m. breakout and high volume, continuing higher. Very nice. All the way from $1.10 all the way up to $2.63. Consolidating now above VWAP near the highs. This is what we like to see. Let's check out the float. Got a little bit more energy today. That's good. Feeling very optimistic today. What's up, Cash Mash, Skull, good morning, Gangsta. Baja Express, Pete Johnson, good morning. The float here on Silo is 3.56 million. If we look at the larger time frame, it looks like we're finding some resistance in an area where we previously found resistance, so that's normal. Nothing to be concerned about. However, we do have that next level. We're going to look for that break of 287. 287 is in the break of the level. So I would, on the technical part, I need to learn to be more aggressive earlier in the move, and now I have conviction of this price range where I should be more aggressive. So up until the break of this 287, I want to be more aggressive because this is going to act as a magnet. If this is the one, if Silo is the one, 287 is going to act as the magnet. So, and then as it starts to move higher and higher in the move, let's say we make it up to 315, 320, the next level is what, 305. So 280, yeah, from 286 to 305, probably going to want to be more aggressive because that's going to act as the magnet of where the price could possibly top out. But after we break that $3 level, I'm unsure. It's probably not going to make it all the way to 661. So as it starts to get higher and higher in the move, more and more extended, I want to be not taking as much risk as I was earlier in the move. Need a piece of tip. 75% of my trades are green, but I'm still finishing the week red. Any tips to turn this around? Yes, that's common. That's common. That's actually similar stats that I had when I first started. Very, very high accuracy, but my risk to reward, it means your risk to reward is poor. Your risk to reward is negative. So you need to get a positive risk to reward. And so what you're likely doing is holding on to your losers a little bit longer than you're holding on to your winners. So if you take a look in your statistics, you want to find your average hold time for your winners, for those 75% of winners, and your average hold time for your losers, which would be the 25%. What you'll probably find is your hold time for your losers is probably 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x more than your winners. What you want to do is kind of shorten that and kind of make that even. That should be your first goal. Make that as much even as possible, 1-to-1. And even with the 1-to-1 on for average hold time, with an accuracy over 50%, you're likely on small caps is going to be profitable. But over time, you're going to want to get your hold time for your winners to start being more than your losers, while trying to keep your losing hold time the same. And that will allow you to capture the bigger portion of the move. And that's just going to come with skill and recognizing the A+ setup, and that A+ setup where you should be holding versus selling early. So yeah, it's completely normal, but it likely means that you're holding your losers too long and you're cutting your winners too short, which is a common habit. So it's an easy fix, but it will take discipline. It will take being uncomfortable. Yeah, Cash Mash. You should just, if you're not looking at your analytics, either on Trade Journal or Trade Review, I would highly recommend that, because then you can take a look exactly and monitor your statistics, and you can take a look at exactly what you need to change. But it's likely the whole time. Okay, so yeah, we have SILO. I like it's in the range near the highs, so looking good here. Here's our little range that we got. Very nice, very nice. I wonder what the spread is like on this. What's up, Trap Trader? What do we got for the spread? 1 cent spread, okay. I'll take that. I'll take a 1 cent spread over a 30-cent spread on a $3 stock, which we had yesterday. I forget what that stock was, but absolutely insane. I remember just buying, and then I look back and the bid's like down 20 cents. I was very confused. I'm like, how could this possibly happen on a $3 stock? All right, so SILO, it looks A+ to me. I like it. I like it. However, all it comes down to is volume at the open. Even though I think it's A+, doesn't mean it's 100% guaranteed just to buy and just it's gonna go up. It just means that it's on a close watch. When I say A+, I mean I'm watching it closely. It doesn't mean I'm just buying and just all right, I know it's going up. I never know if a stock's going up. So just keep that in mind when I say, oh, this looks A+. It means that I'm just watching it closely. My gosh. Am I stupid? I'm trying to log in here. Oh, Jesus. I didn't forget my password. There's no possible way. I just logged in to Thinkorswim. Unless I'm getting hacked here. Could be getting hacked. Could be getting hacked. Whew. Let's check the phone. Yeah, I was just gonna check and see if it is marginable, SILO, if anyone else wants to check. Ah, I am stupid. I was typing my password wrong. It's all good in the neighborhood. Alright, so let's check this again here. Alright, so yeah, Silo is 100%. Good, good, good. That's all I was looking for. Next stock on the Gap scanner, CDT. Penny stock. We have news on this. Conduit Pharmaceuticals gets patent approval for lead asset in Australia. Patent approval, patent news, pretty decent. Conduit Pharmaceuticals are trading higher. The company announced it received patent approval for its lead asset targeting autoimmune disease. I think it's a pretty decent catalyst. Usually patent news is could be pretty decent. However, the chart ain't looking too good. The chart has been failing here. Failing under VWAP. I wouldn't want to see it any lower, but we have seen sort of like a red-green pattern. And if it's strong enough, it could definitely get back up to 50, 53. So I want to keep this one on watch. I'll put an alert. This one gets back over VWAP. We have been on a heavy backside, so it looks like could be where shorts would be covering. So I wouldn't be surprised if we can see another push to the pre-market highs. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with this news. This is an interesting candle here. 60 by 170. That's crazy. I think it looks decent. I think it looks decent. It's a bit extended coming down, so I think we may have some room, maybe up to even just $1. It would be a beautiful move still from 30 cents. We have news. Shorts need to be covering at some point after this huge backside, so I think we might have fuel. So not terrible. Let's check the float. I think the float's big. Yeah, 23 million float, so it's on the larger end, but since it is a 30-cent stock, I don't think it'll affect it too much. Next stock, TKLF. Next stock, TKLF. Looks like we have a little bit of a double top kind of going. Not quite there, but close. What do we have here? Looks like it's up on earnings. It's up on earnings. Rarely I find myself trading catalysts that have earnings catalysts on small caps. Rarely. Sometimes, but most of the time, it's not like a crazy move. But let's see. Float TKLF, we're at 43 cents. TKLF, his float is 20 million with earnings news. Larger time frame. We'll obviously be looking at the break-up here, 55. 55. This is the one. The next level, 69, 78, $1, $1.34. I don't know if this is going to be the one though. Zap on watch, low volume. Let's take a look. General CJ, good morning. Chad says Zap. What's going on with Zap here? Is it still holding up? Okay, Zap. No news, but on the technicals, we could see a break of this sort of double top here. Because we came up, so we dipped down, formed a low, had a slight bounce here, coming back down, forming the higher low, which is bullish. It's a bullish indicator, so we bounce back up, retest the highs. We don't quite, do we quite break it? The high is 1360, 13. So we break it by 13 cents, pull back, form another higher low, which is a sign of bullish, which is bullish, and then we curl back up. And if we can break that again, maybe we'll see a move up to 15 or 16. However, if it does fail this could be pretty nasty because we could be coming this time. We may not form the higher low. We may form a lower low if it's weak. So backside's definitely there. The risk is there for this one. Zap. We've been trading Zap, so maybe we see that continuation from this day here. Maybe we see all the way up to the test of the highs, possible. I mean, its stock is known to be making massive moves. It just moved from $2 all the way up to 19, so I wouldn't be surprised. But this one has definitely been risky. I don't think I did well on this one. I definitely have not done well on this one. I'll keep Zap on watch. If it gets up to 350, I'll watch it. Yeah, usually really spready. Especially now it's a $13 stock. So it's even going to be more spready, especially if it's low volume. Down here is a little bit easier to trade. I kind of remember, but I think it was still even spready down here, but definitely less spready than up here. But wouldn't be surprised though. Zap has always surprised me. Seems like it just keeps going higher and higher. TKLF sub VWAP trap setup. So I can see you watched Ross Cameron's video. Yeah, I mean, could be. Definitely could be. Could be possible. Also depends on the volume. The reason the sub VWAP trap came into play for him, I forget what stock he was looking at again. Was it SCNI? Yeah, it was this one. The reason it came into play is because of the increase in volume. So until we get the increase in volume, it's kind of pointless just to kind of just buy and hold and hope. You got to wait for the signal. So, but yeah, it's possible. We did get the increase in volume, but it's followed by increase in selling pressure. So a sub VWAP trap, potentially take a look at CDT. This one's also potential for the sub VWAP trap. Come up, retest VWAP, fade. If we form the higher low at the open, if we get volume, we could see that sub VWAP trap. Especially because it does have moves on it too, I think. How's the overall market doing? Still near all-time highs, I assume, 562. Yeah. Just keeps going higher and higher. We're definitely due to retest the trend, that's for sure. So this would be the trend, sort of right now. So I'd see, I would want to see over time, eventually it retested this trend line. Because I don't think that we're going to be able to sustain this. This is like a 40% move every, whatever year, maybe. We sustain that? I don't think so. I don't think so. So eventually we're going to have to pull back to this. Tesla had a massive bounce there off the off that bad news catalyst, saying the robo taxis were extended, the due date extended. Massive bounce here. Now we're pulling back again. NKE is eyeing this one for potential swing as well, but we're getting back down to levels of 2015, 2018, 2017. Is this an overcorrection? But I mean, the whole sector and like that athletic wear is all pulling back. If you look at Nike, it's like Adidas too. Was it AGGAA maybe, or something, I forget. Adidas. Let's see. Adidas. It's on the OTC market. And also, you got Lululemon is in there too, and that's pulling back. You had Under Armour, right? Under Armour. This one's just a crap stock, but I mean, it's still, not doing too well. So like the whole sector, that athletic wear is pulling back. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. The way I interpret it is as Nike, it's following the sector that it's in. It doesn't mean it's a crap company. I mean, it is projecting. I think the whole sector is projecting lower sales anyways. So it could be an overcorrection at some points. Where does it get down to the point where it's considered a good value? Maybe it's 60, maybe it's 70, maybe it's 50. But at some point, it's going to rebound with the whole sector. But that's the stock that I'm looking at for a swing eventually. But as you guys are tuning in your own trading, hit that thumbs up button for me and subscribe if you're new. Stay calm, cool, and collected. And I'm going to be watching Silo, CDT, and TKLF, and Zap. Main watch, Silo. So good luck. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Number one stock, yes, is Silo. I'm watching a Silo.